Today we're heading off on our first official adventure together in Israel. We are going to be exploring Yaffo, Tel Aviv. Good morning, CLATT. We are back in Cologne and look who we're with. We got one boy, we got two boy. I haven't seen these boys in almost a week now. Today we're heading off on our first official adventure together in Israel. We are going to be exploring Yaffo, Tel Aviv. It's gonna be really awesome. So right now we're gonna catch a little bus. It's like a one bus ride, it costs like 5 shekels, and then we're off. We're taking this 88 bus, and this is one of those things I've praised before in Israel for being as hectic as the country is on literally every aspect of everything else. Public transportation is like one thing they have down perfectly. Alright, welcome back to Tel Aviv, folks. We are here in Yaffo. This is the road that we're on currently. It's called Shderot Yerushalayim or Yerushalayim Boulevard. This is kind of like the main road that disconnects the main area of Tel Aviv into like old ancient Yaffo. Now we are taking a turn down this alley into the old parts of the neighborhood, and we're just gonna keep like architecturally going further and further back into the years. The city has a lot of history back from like even the times of the Bible. It was built thousands of years ago. And so it was like, it's always been a major port city in the Middle East because this was kind of like the area where the Middle East is. It's like the birth of civilization as we know it. So this was a huge port city for a very long time. All right, so coming down to the water here, if you take a look over there, those are kind of like what used to be the ancient seawall. I'm assuming that's like where the old port started or ended. It's hard to tell because most of this, I believe, is underwater back in the day because sea levels rise and fall throughout thousands of years. But yeah, there you can kind of see like what was left intact of like the ancient stuff. And then this is all new and modernized for boats to come in and out. Guys, look, we were walking here and we found a little puppy dog. Hey puppies, who are you? Whose little puppies are you? You're so cute. Look at this guy. He's all wet. Bye, little puppy dog. There he goes on a little sea adventure. Whoa, look who's here. All right, so we've squatted up. Look who's here. We got a bunch of boys and girls with us. Hey, boys and girls.
What's up, Tal?
We're going now into the old city. This is the elevation. So we're coming out of the dock right now. We're working our way up, and there's a bunch of this now. This is the architecture that we're going to be working through now. So there's like a bunch of old steps. All of this has stayed like this, non-restored from like 2,000 years ago. And it's pretty incredible. This will give you a look of what ancient Israel used to look like. What used to probably be houses back in the day here or shops and stuff has now become these cool little hipster boutiques where they have jewelry and pottery and a bunch of cool stuff. How awesome is this place?
So beautiful.
Me and her, we used to come here all the time in the summers when we were little. We've been here hundreds of times.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's been so many times more than I can count, but every time I come here, it's like...
It's so beautiful. It's so different.
It's just like you're in a modern city and then all of a sudden you can just take like a 5 to 10 minute walk and you're like 2,000 years in the past.
I think I'm honestly done with
I need a read.
Up here is pretty much the tourist center of this area, and this is where all the tour groups and stuff will come and give their explanation of this area. And there's like restaurants up here. Be aware of the prices up here. If you come on up here when you're here, don't buy anything because it's gonna be like triple the price. It's targeted towards tour groups, but yeah, this is like the kind of center square. They sometimes do shows up here. I cannot wait to show you guys this place from the sky. I'm just excited because every time the ocean looks so freaking beautiful. Look at the water color. Look at that. And it's just all these little narrow alleys. Guys, do you want any, anybody looking for some utensils?
I wouldn't touch it.
No, it's okay. It's mine.
Take a fork, take a knife.
Put it in my pocket.
That's it. It's one of the things I love about Israel. You'll just find a random clean utensils just on the street. Just grab them and go. What are you eating today?
Maybe the wine opener.
Just put it in your pocket.
Yeah, I'll take this.
Got a fork in my pocket. I don't care.
Whoa, where'd you get all those,
It's mine. It's okay.
Okay, so another important part of Yaffo area is this thing. It's called the wishing bridge. And you just make a wish as you're walking across this beautiful little bridge.
But there's no water. It's like a road.
You don't throw anything here. You see the zodiac signs? We got Cancer. We got Leo.
So what do you throw?
We got Virgo.
I want to throw something.
And then you got a beautiful view
Throw something.
of Tel Aviv.
I want to throw something.
Now we're heading inwards to Yaffo, out of the ocean to the shuk. It's called Shuka Pishpishim. It's like a little flea market, and it's all these back alleys, and they sell a bunch of antiques and really, really cool things. So we're heading off into there right now, and maybe get some good grub after. So this cool building behind me, and also the one you guys saw from the drone shots here, is actually called the Sea Mosque, and it served as a mosque for Muslim sailors that came to Tel Aviv and did some trading here, so they would be able to pray right on the ocean. So they would literally come off dock, be able to go pray, head off back to sea. Just how it works out here. So we are now in undoubtedly the most popular and probably the best place in Yaffo. This is where the modern and the antique like meet each other and becomes one, and it's kind of like modern restaurants but in antique buildings. It's also a very Muslim oriented place, so there's like lots of mosques everywhere. The architecture is really cool. There's a lot of Arabic writing and prayers on the walls. It's a place where Jews and Muslims, Arabs and Israelis can congregate together, and there's no violence, there's no problems. It's usually all happy and everybody's good with each other. It's definitely one of my favorite places in Israel. So this is the entrance of what is known as Shuka Pishpishim, which also just means flea market in Hebrew. And there's just a bunch of antiques and stuff, and it's a really awesome place to hang out and find some cool stuff to buy. If you're ever looking for like authentic Israeli gifts and stuff, you come here usually. The awesome thing about this place is it's set up in a bunch of like back alleys, essentially. So the whole market is literally just set up in alleys across the way, and you can just get lost in here. It's awesome. So this is the restaurant chain of Aboulefia, which also happens to be a very close family friend of ours. That right there is the owner. His name is Walid, and he's super close family friends, and we're going to be touring this restaurant today and trying some of the food. As you can see, they have a bunch of Middle Eastern snacks, and they do toasts and warm food here. This is kind of like the dairy place, and then across the street they have the more meat-oriented place. Up there you can actually sit and eat on top over there. We'll probably go there sometime during the summer while we're here, but it's like a nice restaurant where you can get shish kebabs and shawarma and a bunch of really good stuff. So this is Walid. Ever since I was a kid, Walid was like my uncle, and he's going to tell you a little bit about the restaurant.
היי,
ספר לנו קצת על המסעדה.
שלום, אנחנו מ-1879 ו6 דורות ועובדים 24 שעות, 7 ימים בשבוע, סוגרים רק פסח וכיפור. וברוך הבא.
So the specialty here in this Aboulefia is like toasts, and you get to basically build your toast. You have all your ingredients, and you put in whatever the hell you freaking
It's
want.
really cool that you're behind the scenes. Right?
I know, I get to experience this.
Because usually when customers come in, they come on this side and they just order food. You never really experience that side of like.
We get to experience the behind the scenes. We get to experience the tomatoes, the eggs, the cucumber. What מכין פה, וליד?
תפוח אדמה עם ביצה, סמבוסה, קטלני.
וואי, איזה טעים זה נראה. How's the food, ladies and gentlemen? Actually, just gentlemen?
It's amazing.
Is it?
So good.
What do you guys have in there? Those toasts?
Some toast with some vegetabilias.
So it's no surprise that in this country there's an issue between Israeli citizens and Arab citizens, but Walid does not stand behind that whatsoever. I tried to film it downstairs in the restaurant a little bit, but the shirts that the people work there, the employees, literally say coexistence between Arabs and Israelis is our #1 priority. That is always their thing. He respects the Jewish holidays, the Muslim holidays. Doesn't matter what, he closes on Jewish holidays when everything else is closed here, just like any other Jewish restaurant. And he just likes to respect the rules and respect the people that live in this country from all walks of life. And it doesn't matter. That's what I love so much about him and his personality and his family. It makes eating here and being here within his businesses like 10 times better. Hey guys, so what a freaking end to an awesome day. I'm having just a ridiculous amount of fun in this country. I love it so much. Anyhow, I'm going to leave you guys there, and I'm going to teach you another Hebrew word today, and that word is going to be ochel, which means food, because this day was filled with delicious food. I'm gonna see you guys next time I make another Israel video. I love you long time, CLATTs. A good night.